Hello, how's it going? Hi Dupree, welcome back. Swap. Hello, hello. And we're back with some more Brante. Yep. Isn't it 4 a.m. again for you? Good sir? Surprised you keep showing up. I appreciate it for sure. Oh, hello Mr. Blanket? Blanket? Yep. Okay. Let's get started. Um, if I remember correctly, it is now time that we ruined our own workplace, I think. Oh, now it's 5 a.m. Oh, wait, is it because of daylight savings? Maybe? Probably? Or did I just stream an hour earlier last time you showed up and said that? Eh, okay. Okay, daylight saving? Alright. Yeah, I think we might be out of a job, maybe? I guess you don't have a lot of job security when you're an Inquisitor. I don't know, but yeah, apparently the Inquisitor power went below 2 or equal to 2, equal or below to 2, I should say, and now we're gonna be out of a job. So, guess we'll see. What if I accidentally clicked on a beginning of the chapter again? That would not be good. I feel like that's kind of counterintuitive that all they put is some text. That's probably like a confirm screen. All right. Okay. Yep. What am I gonna do next now that I'm out of a job? I don't know. Become a normal priest, maybe. All right. Let's go. It is the Inquisition's duty to act as a sword of vengeance in the hands of the Church, to inspire awe and trepidation in the hearts of sinners. But right now, the order is too weak to protect itself, even against the attacks of insolent minor nobles. Haha. 3 days ago, you received a denunciation from the village of La Gracie, claiming that the new wife of Baron L. Liberius is a magic-wielding witch. Jen went to see the Baron and bring the woman in for questioning 2 days ago, but has not returned. Roro. Uh-oh. Something gonna happen to Jan? Is it a hostage situation? Today the Inquisition received a letter from the Baron. Send us $2 million or else. Inquisitor Piper, I have the deepest respect for the Inquisition, but I cannot agree with the accusations against my wife. Catalina is not a witch. She is innocent. I give you my word as a nobleman. I have plenty of enemies. In their eagerness to sully our good name, they often start ridiculous rumors that cloud the minds of the peasants. Aha. Sister Jian refused to hear my arguments. I hope you will be more reasonable. Oh no, what happened to her? That's really ominous. Oh my god, your predecessor refused to hear reason. I sure hope you will be different. Sister Jian is staying at my castle as an honored guest. Okay, so held captive. Withdraw all accusations against my wife, and Jian will return to Anazote. I have no intention of harming her, a promise which, incidentally, she refused to give me regarding my wife's treatment by the Inquisition. Aha. Yeah. She can't promise his wife's safety, that's for sure. Because it's not even up to her. Annoyed, you drop the letter on the desk. Your authority in Magra is already in a sorry state. Acquiescing to L. Labarius's demands would mean probably admitting how weak the order has become. Publicly. Yep. But is there any other resolution to this situation? Yes, 2 more. In fact. Ooh. That I've unlocked because I am both scheming and eloquent. Nice. And have willpower. Okay. Yeah, I can get some more Inquisition. Oh, but I sacrifice reputation and wealth for the family. That's not very good. Could do this. Gain more eloquence. Church goes down. Order goes down. Well, I should be reading what the what the actual thing is before reading the consequences. Don't wanna gamify it too much. Okay, I can abduct the wife myself. Yikes. Or I could seek aid from my parishioners. Aha, so I can like make the mob angry, I guess. And then maybe they will relent. They'll give back Jian. Or I can withdraw my accusations. Okay, revolution is eternal, wealth is temporary. Very true. Hmm. Seems like no matter what I do, I lose some things, right? Not sure that I want to collapse the Inquisition while I'm in it. Do I just become lawless? Nah, probably not. On one hand, I'm interested in what happens, like I'm curious, but on the other hand, maybe I just want to hang in there a little bit longer. Okay. I'm just trying to check my, I don't know, what order and church means. Let's see. God damn it. Okay, church. Okay. Okay. Oh, I'll bring it to unrest, I think, if I do that. And then church will go down one, but still just a schism. And it's closer to the old faith, though, which is not great. Not what I want. Oh boy. Maybe I don't care about reputation, right? I can get it back. I can get it back. I sold some gems. I got some wealth to spare. Because I don't think I want to lower the tolerance of faith. That's for sure. I guess I'll do this. Time to abduct her. Abduct. Alright, fine. I'm scheming. I'm dangerous. Don't mess with me. The Inquisition must regain its authority, no matter the cost. Otherwise, your further service in Magra will become impossible. Wow. You have to pay a... Wait, that's kind of weird that I have to use my own personal family funds to do this. Isn't there like a company... I don't know, company kidnapper that I could borrow? Rent out? You have to pay a hefty sum from your family funds, but a man by the name of Oliver Moss assures you that he will deliver Catalina L. Liberius to the Inquisition ward. The next day, you find the Baron's wife in a cell, awaiting interrogation. Damn, this guy works fast. Jesus, don't piss him off. A lengthy conversation confirms your hypothesis. Catalina is an ordinary woman. The accusations of witchcraft are merely a figment of the wild imagination of ignorant peasants who have never seen a woman from the Empire's northern provinces before. Oh. You sent an ultimatum to El Liberis later that day. An ultimatum. He will set Jian free and publicly admit his trespass against the Inquisition, or his wife will be convicted of witchcraft and burned at the stake. Yee. Sir, that's blackmail. The Baron instantly agrees to all your demands and releases Jian. Now we're doing like a hostage swap. Oh. You personally preside over the hearing in which L. Liberius repents his crimes against the church. The Baron is sentenced to have his hand cut off for daring to attack an inquisitor. Yikes. That's a bit harsh. Your father, who by virtue of his position as judge, is informed of all penalties against nobles, does not hide his displeasure with your decision. Did El Liberis deserve such a severe punishment, son? He was merely trying to protect his wife and the honor of his family. Yes, you managed to instill fear in many a noble heart, but along with fear comes hatred, which in turn will affect the entire Brante family. Damn it. went a bit too far, I would say. Inquisition power went up. Okay. 4 is a good spot, maybe. Oh, I don't think this event will happen again, so now I can let the Inquisition power drop below 2 again, right? Could it maybe even go down to 1? Okay, modest position, moderate means, sure. Okay. Your home has been... Oh, Brothers in Misery. Is this a Nathan story or a Stefan story? I'm guessing it's a Nathan story. I might be wrong. Your home has been much more peaceful for the last year. The fights between Stefan and Gloria are not as fierce now, but how long will this last? Your job takes up all your time. You see your parents and sibling less and less often. Sometimes you don't even know what they are doing while you deal with the constant stream of duties. Duties. This morning, you head out on urgent business. You take one step out of the gate and run into a uniformed gendarme. Captain Linad. Piper Brante, your presence is requested at the prefecture dungeon. The prefecture dungeon? That's the first time I've heard of that. That's pretty interesting to say. Taken aback, you ask what this is about. With your brothers Stefan and Nathan Brante in a cell. Wow, both of them! Either you could say that I'm right twice over, or I'm wrong twice over. Because I thought it was either or. I thought I would be the other brother. But turns out it doesn't have anything to do with me. They were arrested last night at Steiner's Inn. They asked us to send for you. Yeah, sure, send for me, right? The priest. The cells in the prefecture dungeon are cold and damp. The guards lead you to the bars, and behind them you see Nathan huddled in the corner. Your younger brother is unshaven, more disheveled than usual, and reeking of wine and filth. Near the cell you see Stefan grimly sitting in a chair. You guess that the gendarmes thought it best not to put him in the same cell as his low-born brother. Okay. I thought nobles could do whatever they wanted, man. Thought nobles had more power than that. Are the cops commoners? If they are, like, does the law mean that they still have power to put nobles in prisons? Probably. That would make sense. Yeah. Upon seeing you, Nathan lets out a whimper, and Stefan cracks a bitter smile. The sheath on your brother's belt is empty. There you are at last, Piper. Have a look at our younger brother. Yesterday he got drunk in the company of some dubious fellows. They're commoners, yet they dared to surrender to pleasure. They started a brawl, wrecked the inn, and harassed the waitresses. As soon as I heard, I rushed to save this drunkard from shame. Nathan cowers in the corner, horror-struck. I'm like hitting the doubt on this guy. Hitting the doubt on his story for now. For now. I mean, I have no doubt that Nathan was up to some, I don't know, some shady things. But I wouldn't say Stefan is completely free of guilt right now. He probably started some things as well. I walked in and demanded that Nathan come with me, but his cronies wouldn't let him go. That's not true. You just grabbed me by the collar and dragged me after you. You nearly suffocated me. Shut your mouth, cur. So, brother, they seem to have some sort of sect. Oh. Wait. Ooh. They all shouted defamations against the twin gods, and one of them grabbed me by the arm. I was forced to skewer this heretic with my sword. Yikes, I hope a lesser death will teach him never to lay his filthy paws on a nobleman. I have filthy paws. Okay, so maybe this had something to do with me telling Nathan to hate the gods earlier on. Maybe he took that advice to heart. Now he's raging against the machine. Thought he was... I thought he was the religious one, but I guess not. I guess he's exploring religion in his own way, maybe? Wonder if the sect is something I've come across before. Like actual heretics, or maybe it's part of the Lotless, maybe? Maybe not. He was just trying to talk to you, Stefan. Silence. Then the gendarmes barged in, and here we are. I've been accused of an unlawful murder. Apparently the new laws allow killing a commoner only if he attacks first or wields a weapon. Wow, wow, crazy law, huh? They say that in the event of an insult, I'm supposed to file a complaint with the prefecture. So now they're going to seize my sword for a whole year. What a shame, and it's all your fault, Nathan. Just get a new sword. What do you need? A sword license? Need background checks for swords now? Stefan gives the bars a furious kick. Nathan covers his face with his hands in despair. Yeah. Piper, brother, you are our only hope. Get me my sword back and get us out of here. It's a prison break. And fast, we have to bury this sordid affair as deep as we can before anyone finds out. Save our family from shame. Okay. Well, can't do anything. Damn it. Okay, I haven't unlocked anything at all. So if I'm a nobleman, I could have used my connections, used my authority. If I was lotless and I had a spy network, ooh, I could have blackmailed the judge. If I was better at my job, as priest, I could have sent them to the Inquisition. But I don't know if I trust the Inquisition with that. You know, what if they both get persecuted and executed or whatever? I don't really trust the judgment of the Inquisition right now. So, okay, I could ask Father for help, which decreases both reputation and unity, which really sucks. Or I could, take a huge hit in reputation. It's a lose-lose situation, man. Damn it. I'm thinking this one maybe, ask Father for help. I am the Inquisition. Entrusted to me as an Inquisitor and free your brothers. I see. Okay. Well, I guess I could trust myself. I guess. Guess that's viable. Yes. Just thinking about that meme where it's the guy pointing the gun at himself. Okay. I'm going to pick... dude, I really need unity though. Let's see. Can I take 2 points of damage to my reputation? What's it gonna do? It's gonna be a tarnish honor. Sure, but that's gonna happen regardless, because I either take 1 point off or 2. Just do any events happen when the reputation drops below 2? Don't think so. Maybe I can take it. But it is just 1 point of unity too. But I feel like if I try to balance everything, I might lose everything, you know what I mean? But then again, it's still quite early in this chapter. I might have more chances to gain unity back. Alright, I'm picking this. Father, please help. Father. You tell Stefan that the only way to get them out of this mess is with Father's help. What if they just do their time, you know? Alright. No, Piper, Father must not know about this. If he gets involved, we won't be able to avoid dishonoring the family. You coldly reply that after this incident, disgrace is inevitable. Yeah. He's right. We either lose 1 point or 2. 1 point or 2, Stefan. 1 point or 2. All that remains is to try and minimize the damage. Leaving your brothers, you go upstairs to your father's office. Oh, what? So he's imprisoned in the same building as Father works? So what, is the dungeon like the courthouse? The prefecture dungeon is the same as the courthouse that Father works in? Hmm? What happened, Piper? What are you doing here? You give Father an account of the incident. He becomes more and more grim with every word you utter. Is this why I earned the judge's mantle? To get my own sons out of prison. Yeah, it wasn't me, I was just minding my own business. I would have expected something like this from Nathan. Oh, sorry, Nathan. But Stefan? I will not demean myself so they can avoid their punishment. You argue that in this case, the damage to your family's reputation will be far greater. Stefan will be publicly deprived of his sword, and Nathan will be sentenced to hard labor on the streets. Yikes. I hate to admit it, but you're right, son. I'll have to swallow my pride and plead their case to the prefect. Stefan is his nephew after all. Wow, rich people, am I right? Getting away with crimes? Just 'cause their father's the judge? Smuh. Father gets an audience with his superior, Elborn. He returns downhearted, but holding the prefect's order. Together you walk down the dungeon and present the order to the gendarmes. Stefan Brante's sword is to be returned at once. He has not broken the law and must be freed. You know, maybe it's not his fault though if the law is changing on him. How? Like in that day and age, how are people supposed to know about new laws? They just have to like hang out in the town square and listen to people yell about announcements? You just have to be at the right place at the right time? I guess if you're a noble, you're expected to know these things, but otherwise, if they just changed the law recently, like in the past 2 years, and you've, you know, not been outside or, you know, just haven't been exposed to it, how are you supposed to know? As for Nathan Brante, you will personally cover the damages the inn has sustained, as well as pay life insurance for the lesser death that the guy has incurred, right? There's no reason to keep a son of a noble family behind bars. Seeing the prefect's seal, the gendarme nods obediently and returns Stefan's sword. Father, I knew you'd come to the rescue. Did he though? Did he know that? I haven't really done anything shameful. We will discuss this at home, son. I'm not mad, just disappointed, as well as dishonored. Stefan sheaths his sword reverently as Nathan is let out of the cell. The elder brother takes the younger by the scruff of his neck and pulls him to the door. Nathan staggers and shuffles along limply. God damn it, Nathan. The prefecture is highly displeased with the indiscreet nepotism your father took advantage of. Unsavory rumors about the Brante family creeps through Anazot. Back home, Father lectures Stefan. Your elder brother objects and blames Nathan for everything. From now on, there will be no more drinking bouts or other nocturnal exploits, Nathan. Who are those rogues you've befriended anyway? Stop shaming this family. If you're so worthless, at least let others go about their business in peace. Do you understand, you blockhead? Aw. Nathan remains silent, staring despondently somewhere above him. Oh, Nathan loves me. He loves me. Okay, +1. Yeah, I guess they hate each other, but I'm the one who helped them out of a pinch, so they love me. Dad hates me a bit more now. He hates me because I'm right. Okay. Tarnished honor, disagreements. Hey, I'm clever now. Hooray! Oh, I was already clever. Alright. Prison is in the basement. Upstairs are the office of judge. True. You just call Nathan a blockhead? Yeah. Must play a lot of Minecraft, that's why. You know, these kids. Kids these days. The event is a consequence of your previous actions. Aha. Oh. Do you hear the people sing? Singing the song of angry men. With each passing year, more and more priests and laymen are becoming adherents of the new faith. The sermons of Abbot Leonard and his supporters are resonating with people. The new believers proceed towards the peak of the pillar, While defying the laws of Isatius, they are led only by the love of the twins. As Patriarch Cassius's flock becomes smaller in numbers, his sermons become progressively fiercer. Ooh, brothers and sisters, the false prophet Fotis is dead, but his heretical teachings live on and continue to poison our land. Every day, more and more of our friends, family members, and neighbors fall under the spell of Abbot Leonard, and those who have been deceived by his honeyed words. The Inquisition is supposed to be a shield for the true faith and a sword of retribution for the heretics and apostates. Yet it remains idle, so we must rely on ourselves. Oh, that's me. He's talking about me. I'm the idle one. Oops. Heed my call, brothers and sisters. Save your loved ones. Save those who have lost their way and their true faith. Bring them back, whatever the cost. Alright, that's not that radical, what he's saying. That's not super extreme. The leaves of the silver tree rustle soothingly. You try to breathe deeply and evenly, taking control of your emotions. But as soon as you open your eyes, your stomach turns. Did it almost feel like... Oh. What? The temple of the silver tree reeks of death. Red blood flows over the white marble. In its hideous patterns, you recognize traces of bodies that have vanished after a lesser death. What the hell? Every step produces a nauseating, squelching sound. Shook, shook, shook. Like when you wear sneakers and you step on, I don't know, step in liquids maybe? Step in water? Shook, shook, shook. Huh? Oh my god, armed men barged into the temple during Father Leonard's midday sermon. Their faces were hidden, their clothes adorned with the symbol of the Church of the Twin Gods. They attacked the new believers, then took their own lives. Oh my god. They got away with it! Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. It's so easy to carry out an attack in this world. Because all you have to do is spend one of your own lives. Because you got 3. You got 3 respawns. That's overpowered, man. All you gotta do is like put on a mask and then do the crime and then kill yourself. Then you disappeared. The law can't like pin you down. Jian's voice echoes through the empty temple. I think we're done here, Brother Piper. I have the full list of victims. They all suffered a lesser death. We'll question them thoroughly after they're reborn. The attackers yell that they were willing to condemn themselves to eternal suffering just to purge this sacred place of heresy. There are commoners who dare to go against their lot in order to save people who have succumbed to the heresy of the new faith. Kinda weird though. Seems like an excuse to do violence. But do I respond with the money? What do you mean? Respond with the money. Do you think Cassius is right? Oh right, like if you rob someone you don't get the money? Yeah, that's true. Like if it's a robbery situation, right? It's not like a, you know, Escape from Tarkov where you have your alpha container, put the USB in and then die. Do you think Cassius is right? Is the order to blame for what happened? You have no time to answer. A sharp voice calls out from the entrance of the temple. Gonna guess who this is. Is this gonna be Father Ulrich? Nah, it's a sharp voice, not a deep voice. Sharp voice. Cassius. Nope, it's someone new. Sylvan Samosta. Maybe you should get out of your cell once in a while, missy. The old believers slaughter us like cattle in our own temple. But you're willing to acquit them and blame the order for not taking charge of this bloody harvest? An unfamiliar, frail old man is standing by the entrance. Beside him stands Leonard, the abbot of the temple. Jian grows crimson with fury. Well, what do you have to say about this, Jian? Did you know anything about this? How dare you say such things, old man? Only puddle of blood stays, so their items go with them. That's true. That's very strange. But when you respawn, you respawn naked, right? So, is this like a death tax? I think the twin gods, just absorb the items. The money's just gone. Fuck. Oh my god, you can't launder so much money like this. Holy shit. Officer, I was holding on to $200,000 when I got murdered. Guess I can't pay taxes on those dollars anymore. Ah, shucks. But you actually just hit it, and then they can't trace it anymore. 100% sure. Yeah. It's like in GTA when you die, and the hospital just takes a portion of your money. How dare you say such things, old man? How many times do I have to teach you this lesson? Old man, am I wrong? Did your champions of faith come to our aid? No, you let the fanatics go ahead with their bloodbath. Okay, I mean, I would have stopped it. I don't know. Calm down, Sylvan. I implore you. This is just anger and bitterness talking. Sister Jian, pray forgive this man for his harsh words. He is full of sorrow and grief. It is understandable. Jian heads for the exit without saying a word. You're about to follow her, but Father Leonard stops you at the threshold. Inquisitor Piper, may I ask you to stay for a moment? Yes, sir. Jian leaves. The three of you are alone in the temple. You, Leonard, and the strange old man. Let me introduce my old friend, Sylvan Samosta. Yep. Sylvan, this is Inquisitor Piper. He's a friend of the cause. And then we do like a secret handshake. And then we laugh and talk about Jian behind her back. Such a silly Inquisitor. Sylvan examines you with distinct distrust. His eyes rest on your Inquisitor's medallion. I'm undercover, okay? I'm undercover. I'm playing both sides. Why should we trust him, Leonard? He's a bloodthirsty fanatic. Like all the other Inquisitors. I don't think we should. Yeah, it's a miracle how I became an Inquisitor. Stop, Sylvan. Inquisitor Piper is not our enemy. Can't you trust one person? He does not wish us ill. I can vouch for him. Alright, the twins whisper in my ear that you may be right. Oh, this guy talks to the twins, eh? You ask the abbot what it was he wanted to discuss with you. Instead of Leonard, the old man speaks to you. He points at the signs of the recent massacre. Blood on the floor, empty chairs at empty tables. Have a good look around, Inquisitor. We're being killed in our own temple, but we can't defend ourselves. If something like this happened in the temple of the old faith, the city would be teeming with furious nobles, gendarmes, and legion soldiers. But now everyone is silent, and the Patriarch keeps sicking his fanatics on us. The Patriarch? Does Samosta have any proof of his involvement in the attack? Ooh. Is this when I get evidence? Is there any proof that he wasn't involved? I don't know about that reasoning though. That type of like guilty unless proven innocent reasoning. The oath is simply horrified by the prospect of Leonard becoming Patriarch. He feels threatened. He wants to intimidate us or destroy us. Leonard puts a comforting hand on the old man's shoulder. Sylvan shakes it off with irritation. Inquisitor Piper, we must get the right to protect our temples against such attacks. In truth, we cannot rely upon the champions of faith. The new faith does not limit people with lots. Those who are willing to take up arms in order to defend our temple have the right to do so. What if they find their path to the twins in this service, in defending their brothers in faith? If the prefect of the province allows the commoners of our parish to organize a militia, we'll be able to protect ourselves. This tragedy will not repeat itself. Elborn is a good man. He's willing to cooperate, but he says he needs the approval of either the Patriarch or the Inquisition. Hey, that's me. That's me. I'd definitely be going over Ulrich's head if I do this, but it's worth it. Worth it, mate. As you can imagine, we have no hope when it comes to Cassius, but if you, Piper, speak on behalf of your order, the prefect will issue the decree, and we will fear these bloody massacres no more. You turn to the site of the recent battle. The scarlet blood has been scorched black by the heat. I can support him. Right to defend the faith, yep. Power up. church up. Tolerance of faith. Hell yeah. Inquisitive power, one less. Jian hates me, Father Auric hates me. Makes sense. I can dissuade him, but it will take some willpower, and the order will go up. Honestly, this seems like the best outcome, if I'm being honest. Refuse. Everyone hates me. Everyone disliked that. Okay. Huh. I do like this destiny, though. It's something I've been looking forward towards. Revolution! Revolution! Yeah, I would like to arm the new believers. That'd be interesting. Epic Gamer Hiep, hello, how's it going? Hi, hi. That gym badge, though. That's right. That gym badge. I gotta get the gym badge. Yeah, yeah. Think I'll do that. Oh, I'm good. Just playing some Brante right now. Have you played this game? Epic Gamer. Yeah, I'm gonna support Leonard here. Do you hear the people singing the song of angry men? Fine, you will speak on behalf of the Order and aid the new believers in organizing their own militia in order to protect the temples. Sylvan grins. Leonard lets out a sigh of relief. We got him. Alright, Leonard, you are right. Inquisitor Piper is a fine young man. Oh, thank you, thank you. Samosta unceremoniously pats you on the back. Leonard taps his staff on the ground in indignation. Wait, why? Why is he indignant? Sylvan, show some respect, you old fool. It's okay, he's my elder, you know, he's my elder. He's, we're, you know, speaking privately, it's fine, it's fine. You don't have to be all formal with me. Thank you, Inquisitor, you have done a good deed. Your decision will save many lives. Unbeknownst to Jian and Ulrich, you write a lengthy letter to Augustin Elborn. The Inquisition will allow the prefect to grant commoners of the new faith the right to defend the temples of the twins. Uh-huh. I wonder when Ulrich and Jian will learn about this. Oh. Probably right now, huh? Several days later, Elborn personally announces the new decree in front of the prefecture. Yeah, when we can't get the champions of the new faith to defend our believers, they'll have to do it themselves. The prefecture hereby bestows upon commoners professing the new faith the right to defend their sacred temples in armed combat. This decision has been approved by the clergy of the new faith and the Inquisition. That's me, by the way. That's me. As a law, this seems pretty slippery slopey. You know what I mean? It's like, now couldn't any commoner just take up arms and then claim that they're a new believer? Like they're a follower of the new faith? I wouldn't be surprised if lots of commoners just were like, you know, not that religious to start with, but then after this law was put into place, then they started being like, oh, I love the new faith. I'm just defending my own property and my own right to believe what I want to believe. Oh, but they can only defend their temples, right? So it should be fine. It's pretty scoped, this law. They can only defend the sacred temples. It's not like they can just roam around carrying weapons or whatever. But officer, I was on the way to worship. On the way to a secret temple. Sacred. Yeah, I don't know. When Jian and Ulrich find out what you have done, they're livid. I choose violence. Chaos is a ladder. How could you approve such an outrage? You've deceived and betrayed us. You've compelled the commoners to violate their lot. You've armed those who recognize no law above them. If even true believers have resorted to bloodshed, what is there to stop those apostates? Hey, you started it. Not only have you led these people astray and doomed them to endless suffering at the foot of the pillar, you've damned yourself as well. Okay, we'll see about that. Squads of new believers now guard all the temples in which the teachings of Fotis are preached. Old Faith fanatics make a few more attempts to attack them, but the New Faith militia, led by Sylvan Samosta, prevents any bloodshed. Hey, it's a net positive, because no one died. I don't know what message that sends, though. The fact that arming more people led to less violence? Right. I mean, it's a gray area for sure. Complicated. The cost may have been high, but the new believers can now perform their services without fear of armed reprisals. Okay. Sure. Father Ulrich has a distaste of me. Well, it's mutual. So does Jian. Okay. Sorry, Jian. I'll try not to let relations drop even further with Jian. But it's rough, man. She like stands against everything that I believe in. Or should I say my character believes in, so. Hey, New Faith, baby. Religious riots. One religious riot coming right up. Order strengthening, but yeah, okay. Alright. Hey, the new believers now have the right to fight back to defend their beliefs. Okay. Like, I wonder if tolerance of the new faith goes up to 10, does the chapter just immediately end? Oh, the new sacrament. This event is a consequence. Yeah, okay. Yay, the new sacrament. We out here changing the rules. Alright, one sec. Let me get something to drink. Okay, okay, I will check the requirements. I believe something does happen when you get to 10 favor. Wait. Yeah, but that's conditions though. Yeah, what I'm wondering is if I reach the condition, does it happen immediately or do I wait until a certain point and then there's like a check? Like it has to be 10 at that point, or is it like it just cuts the chapter short? I feel like it cuts the chapter short. So maybe I want to keep the new faith in check for now, even though I like them. So did you guys play this game, or did you just only watch other people play? I guess I'm mostly talking to Dupree, cause I know yeah. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I'm talking to you guys through YouTube and through Twitch as well. I think you can see other people's chat messages pop up. But yeah, did you play this? And if you did, I wonder what path you guys took. Ah, okay. Yeah, I haven't really watched other people playing this. At least not a complete playthrough. But it also doesn't seem like there's a lot of people playing this. That'd be interesting to like explore all the different pathways. And then, yeah, see what happens. Okay, you took the path of the nobleman. Justice! Justice! No one ever did over 10. Okay. For the first time in years, the authority of the new faith is on par with that of the old. The city is changing, its people are changing too. Abbot Leonard is beloved by the people. He has supporters in the city, among the peasantry, and even among the nobles of the mantle. They all want to see Leonard become patriarch. You know that you can take some of the credit for this. The faithful no longer fear the twins. They proceed up to the peak of the shining pillar along the path their heart has chosen. Among the ranks of the order are many brothers and sisters who, like you, openly support the teachings of Fotis and defend the new faith. So I just had an idea. It would be pretty cool if I could do a speedrun of this. It would be like a meme speedrun for sure, but dude, a speedrun where you try and reach every single ending as fast as possible? Whoa. It will all come down to pathing, right? Whoa. And there's no autosaves, not autosave. There's no save points you can use in this game, but you can go back and rewind chapters, right? So you can like, you have to run through all the chapter 5 endings first, I guess. Like you do chapters 1 through 4, where you set up properly so you can like do all the endings of chapter 5 one way. Like for example, you know, with the priest route, and then you would do all the chapter 5s, then you would go back, do all the chapter 4s, and so on. Yeah, does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. Speedrun. World record. Okay. I can definitely take a lot of credit for this, I would say, if I do say so myself. Alright. Today Father Leonard is gathering his flock by the temple for a sermon. Leonard. Okay, Leonard's the one we like. Our path to the twins is a search for the will, love, and law they have bestowed upon us. By means of the word the twins have bequeathed to us, we strive to comprehend their design and our place in it. Yeah, you tell them. May the lash and the sword remain things of the past, just like the lots. Our sacrament is that of the word. The book will be the symbol of the new faith. Lives of the twins will be the foundation of our sacrament. Yep. Wait, who wrote that? Who wrote that? Who wrote Lives of the Twins? Is it Isetius? Because I thought we didn't like him. Is it like the first book he wrote is okay, the second book, that's a no-no. I think that's what's happening here. As soon as Abbot Leonard finishes his sermon, a familiar voice cuts through the din of the crowd. New faith, new sacrament, new patriarch. Yeah. The parishioners echo Sylvan's cry. Pray right here on the street, preach to the people, spread our teachings, give your neighbor the sacrament of the book, and set them on the right path. You are free from the lots. May everyone know this freedom. Revolution! The new believers take over the city in a matter of days. They do not rob, loot, or commit acts of violence. Wow. Priests, commoners, and nobles flood the squares and street corners, preaching the new faith and ordering prayers to the twins. Amazing. No one who walks the streets of Anazote can fail to hear their word. The lots must be forsaken. Those who wish to share the new faith will obtain the sacrament of the book. Thus, to the new believers, grant them the freedom to choose their own path to the gods. Yeah. The amount of self-control. It's not just self-control, right? It's like mob control, which is much harder than self-control. This turn of events cannot remain unnoticed. Having solicited the support of the overseer, Patriarch Cassius addresses the people of Anazote. The sacrament is the foundation of the law of the twins, which is in turn the foundation of our blessed empire. By rejecting the sword and the lash, the new believers have rejected the elder and the younger. Their new sacrament is a rebellion against the order that the twins bequeathed to us, and thus a rebellion against the empire itself. Time to make our new country, maybe. Secede. I hold the overseer's order in my hand. Gaius Tempus commands us to prevent any change to the sacrament, and punish those who persist in their sinful delusion. Gian echoes Cassius' words before the brothers and sisters of the order. The believers are not going to bow to our will without a fight, but our righteous indignation is a manifestation of the will of the younger. Punishing those who trespass against the divine law is our lot and our sacred duty. The prefecture's gendarmes are on our side. Wowee. But several brothers and sisters suddenly begin to advocate for the new faith. They're turncoats. They do not see the sacrament of the book as a heresy. They also point out that matters of the faith are beyond the power of the overseer. Got him there. Gaius Tempus has no right to give orders to the Inquisition. Outraged by their words, Ulrich suddenly defends Jian. The word is their weapon, but ours has always been the sword and the lash. Death is a better admonition than 1,000 sermons. Tomorrow the Inquisition will send those heretics to meet the twins. There they will know the light of truth. Conditions not met. Oh, you need 7 reputation for that. Yikes. There's no way I can do that. Okay, I could appeal to the overseer. Okay, peaceful resolution. Okay. Follow the overseer's order, which is I will force the new believers to forsake their new sacrament. Oh no. Or I could go hard. Send it the whole way, defend the new believers. I barely passed a check. But I'm afraid of ending the chapter. Fuck, what do I do? What do I do? Quick save. Can I hit F5 real quick? F5? F5? I don't think that's doing anything. Fuck. Kinda sucks. Kinda sucks that I have to metagame it like this. Okay. You know what? I think I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna defend the new believers. Cause even if the chapter ends... Yeah, even if the chapter ends, I think it's fine. Hopefully I'll still get to, you know, do stories on the family side. Maybe just the profession side will end, but yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Alright. I defend the new faith. You stand up to address the Inquisitors. The new believers are not heretics. They serve the twins just as we all do. It is the duty of the order to protect the faith, and now the new faith is in need of our protection. The overseer has no right to interfere in matters of faith. He must be reminded of this. The order must defend the new believers' right to the sacrament. Your words resonate with both Inquisitors and champions of faith. Ulrich's eyes are ablaze with anger. You are making a mistake, brothers. The blessed Archnean Empire will fall unless we put an end to Faudus' foul teachings. But his voice is drowned out by the shouts of the Inquisitors. Okay. Persuaded by your ardent speech, they side with you. Jian watches in evident bemusement. She is furious, it renders her speechless. Come over, Jian. Come over to the bright side. The Inquisitors and the champions of faith walk across the city, encouraging all faithful to follow them. Damn. How do I have so much power in the Inquisition? Like, I was under the impression that it was just me, Jian, and Father Ulrich, right? I thought it was just 3 of us. Because the Inquisition doesn't have a lot of power in Magra. But apparently there's more. And apparently they like me more than they like the the leader of the Inquisition. Which is weird, but got him. 15 eloquence, baby. Encouraging all faithful to follow them. You move slowly so that your procession can be joined by as many people as possible. Victory Lab. An immense crowd approaches the temple by the silver tree. By Victory Lab, I mean inciting religious riots, by the way. You walk up the stairs and address the public. Their fears are groundless. The Inquisition has not come here to punish or admonish. Today the Inquisitors and the champions of faith have come to the temple to be admonished themselves. Ah. The new faith is a way to serve the twin gods, so anyone who defies it is defying the elder and the younger. Yep, just spawning new Inquisitors. Reinforcements. Father Leonard and Sylvanus Mosta stand by your side, smiling. Before the eyes of the massive crowd, you take the sacrament of the book. The crowd cheers. One after another, commoners and nobles step forward to give the sacrament to the Inquisitors and the champions of faith, tentatively at first, then growing with confidence. Standing side by side with Leonard and Samosta, you watch the jubilant crowd from the temple stairs. Your head is spinning. The sheer number of those who have been converted to the new faith in recent years, people who can now choose their own lot. What an enormous force it is. This is the true power of faith. I can hear the twins' approval, Brother Piper. Nobody can stop us. Not that pig Cassius, not the Overseer. It is time. A bit low on willpower. Not really that low. That's still like 3 more actions, I think. I really farmed it up, huh? Inspired speaker. Hey, let's go. No longer silver-tongued, golden-tongued. Alright, the guns of Illyria. Hey, the religious riots event didn't fire, I think. Pog? Absolute Pog? We get to continue with the chapter? Magra has received alarming news from the neighboring province of Illyria. The lowborn convicts toiling in the Illyrian mines have revolted against their noble masters. For the first time in many long peaceful years, commoners have taken up arms. Worse yet, the insurgents had guns and gunpowder, and no one knows how they got them. Ooh. Maybe a secret society that I will be able to experience if I went the route of the Lotless? Maybe. Gunpowder weapons were banned throughout the Empire as soon as they were invented. Smart. The lords deemed firearms dishonorable and unfit for the nobles. Even Legion soldiers are forbidden from using them. I guess you can do that if you already, like, have a huge empire and you're not fighting any wars. Guess you could go for an honor system where, you know, you don't use guns. But now gunshots were echoing through the mutinous Illyrian mines. Yeah, like, if other people started using guns, what choice do you have, right? That's kind of weird that the Empire would ban them. The Imperial Legion was deployed to quell the riot. The Legionnaires slaughtered the rebels without mercy. Oh, okay. And the uprising choked to death on its own blood before it had even begun. Alright, well, guns suck. The south of Illyria is now a forest of gallows. The convicts' corpses were left swaying in the wind as a warning to any commoner who might dare to take up arms. Although the rebellion quickly succumbed to the Imperial military's onslaught, many Legion soldiers and officers were slain by the insurgents' firearms. Their steel armor was no match for bullets. Yeah, that makes sense. I've played Mordhau. Parry this! Ting! I think they just didn't parry them though. Could have just parried the bullets, right? The riders' weapons were destroyed in a public ceremony, but no one knows who built or smuggled them into the mines. It's Tony Stark. It's Tony Stark, man. Building weapons in the mines? All Imperial overseers soon issue public reminders in their provinces. The punishment for owning a gunpowder weapon is true death by execution. But the Empire is still restless, still anxious. Somehow, guns found their way into commoners' hands, if only for a short time. Could gunpowder and lead one day endanger the old ways of the Empire? Definitely. We got Elon Musk here, right? There's a commoner that is an industry leader in the mines and has access to a lot of gunpowder? I bet it's him, man. Because they use gunpowder to mine, right? But who made the guns? Must be an engineer. Authorities of Magra fear that unrest may soon spill over here. Due to the double tax, peasant farms and industrial manufactories are facing harsh times. The province's wealth is steadily declining. But the discontent of the commoners is still held back by the eternal law that demands they accept their suffering. Okay. Oh no. Wolf of Magra. Miracles and wonders. You have not had any serious cases since the investigations of Father Lenart's print shop and the Latari Society. The only matter that currently warrants the Inquisition's presence is in the province is the ongoing struggle between the old faith and the new. Voila, I thought everyone in Magra converted. Nah, not everyone, right? I'm guessing it's like 50-50 right now. Yeah, like maybe the stat could actually give us a good... Okay, it's at 1 right now. So it's slightly in favor of the new faith, but I think it's like 50-50. You know, I'm guessing that the only people who... Like, we did see a lot of people, but it's like... There's a lot of people we don't see as well, I guess. They are just staying at home. Yeah, did Abbot Leonard lie to you about the Patriarch Cassius's heresy? There's a knock at the door. Father Ulrich has left the province for now. Father's away. The Inquisitors will play. So all petitioners are coming to you. You set your thoughts aside and focus your gaze on the visitor. A middle-aged nobleman enters your office. His jacket is decorated with large sewn-on beads. He states his name, Carl El Capo, and claims to have run afoul of magic. El Capo. Isn't that a Netflix show about like a drug dealer? It's like Narcos Light. Sir El Capo owns a village by the name of Gracinia. The harvests there are abundant, and all plants and trees take root with amazingly success. I don't know about that one. Amazingly success. The villagers claim it is a blessing from the twins, but Sir El Capo thinks otherwise. It's just exotic, imported, handcrafted, artisanal dirt, man. From the other parts of the empire, surely. The nobleman claims that Sister Ariadela, the village priestess, is a witch. Okay. You say priestess, I say witch, tomato, tomato, you know? People have seen plants and trees blossom and bear fruit at her touch, here in barren Magra with its lifeless soil. A pious man, Sir El Capo, does not want to shelter a witch who corrupts his property with her ungodly sorcery and feeds his cursed fruit to his men. You carefully write down the nobleman's every word, then leave for Gracinia at once, escorted by a squad of champions. Ooh. Fruit ninja. Even from the high road, the village is striking. The trees, the grass, the flower beds, it is all green. Only nobles can afford such a luxury in Anazode, and they import fertile soil for their gardens at great expense. You grew up among greenery, but your family garden had nothing this green and lush. You come to a halt next to a small, well-tended little house. A tall, slender young woman dressed in a black cassock comes out to greet you. This can only be Sister Ariadela. She looks at you, her eyes the brightest shade of emerald green. Greetings, Inquisitor. Please come in. As unexpected as your visit must be, the young woman shows no fear whatsoever. She was expecting us. You tell the champions of faith to remain outside for now. Ariadella takes you to the backyard of her home, a beautiful verdant garden. So, Inquisitor Piper, have you come to proclaim the miracle? What? What miracle? Ariadella smiles. She gestures to the flowers and trees growing all around. Why, just look, it's a miracle. A vast garden has appeared here, all thanks to our hard work and prayers to the twins. There's no garden like it anywhere else in Magra, except those with imported soil. Aha! You've sealed your own fate, so you've admitted that it's cursed soil. You didn't import the soil, yet the trees are growing. You must be a witch. I've prayed for this ever since I was a little girl. It all started when I prayed for my mother's flowers not to die. And as soon as I touched the soil with a prayer on my lips, it became soft and the flowers grew strong. I've been doing it all my life. I just pray, touch the earth, and the soil lives again. This is why I became a priest. I wanted to use my gift from the twins for the good of the people. I went to Patriarch Cassius, and he guided me towards the priestly lot and sent me back home to Gracinia. And now our life here has become truly wondrous. Thank the twins. The cogs are turning in my head. If Patriarch Cassius has like basically approved of her existence, and we claim that she's a witch, then we can accuse Patriarch Cassius of like appointing a witch to become a priest, right? Fivehead? But of course I'm not gonna do that. I might be scheming, let's see. I might be clever and a dangerous one, but you know, I'm not gonna send this poor young woman to die just because I want to collect Pokemon badges. Surely not. Oh god, I'll probably do that though. If the Pokemon badge is the one with collecting evidence against Cassius, it's a tough one. Yeah, she's breaking the law of conservation. She creates matter from nothing. I knew it! A witch! Nah, it's matter that the twins gift her, man. The twins take all the money, and then they turn the money into plants. I knew you'd come. I just knew it. Who else should proclaim this miracle from the twins, if not the Inquisition? Aradella whispers a prayer to the heavens and touches a green stalk. It responds to her touch with a little bud. A moment later, a beautiful flower unfurls to greet you. The girl turns to you. There is a great expectation in her eyes, and sparks of verdant green. You try your best to let her down gently. This wonder is different from the miracles worked by the twins. Is it though? Is it though? In fact, it is the opposite. The young woman's power comes from heretical magic, a distortion of the law of creation, an act abhorrent to the twins. Oh yeah? The priestess's face expresses confusion, then terror. God of Law to Truck Empire. How can you say such a thing? My power comes from the twins, I know it. I serve them, I bring their blessing into this world. Why don't I hit you with this one? If the twins created everything, didn't they also create magic then, She's not false then that her power comes from the twins, right? Right. What say you, Inquisitor? I was guided to the priestly lot by Patriarch Cassius himself. He couldn't have been mistaken. He never lied to me like that. We are not yet ready to say why the Patriarch would do this. But, as for Aridelia herself, she must be collared and sent to the House of Humility, where all witches and mages of the Empire belong. There she will be stripped of her lot and her free will, to serve the Empire and its people as an instrument of the Church. Yikes. They say the collar takes away magic, but maybe it doesn't. Maybe it only takes away free will. Cause you can't cast spells if you don't want to cast spells, right? Thinking emoji. The priestess is shocked. She cannot move. Tears begin to stream down her cheeks. Oh no. No, you can't do this. How? Nothing will grow in Gracinia without me. This village, it will die, and my entire garden along with it. Oh no. Ugly sobbing. The young woman falls to her knees, weeping. She folds her arms across her chest and begins to mutter. You can barely distinguish her words between her sobs and tears, but eventually you realize that she is praying. Although she believed herself to be a holy woman, Aridella was in fact transgressing against the divine law. She must be punished, so saith the younger. And yet she has devoted her powers to a good cause, utterly unaware that what she was doing was wrong. However, there's another question. Why would Cassius allow her to use magic in the name of the twins? It could not have been a mistake. The patriarch intentionally set her on this heretical path. But why would he commit such sacrilege? To what end? Perhaps Father Leonard's report was not unfounded after all. Indeed, the time for pondering is at an end. You must act. Aridelia's fate is in your hands. Oh no, I can't save her. Okay, I can subdue her. Okay, I can proclaim this occurrence a miracle. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I kinda like this. I can execute her. Oh no. Hey, but my reputation though. Nah, who do you think I am? Someone who trades the reputation of my family for the life of someone else? No way. Scheming. Oh no. Okay, yeah, there's no way I can do this. This would be great though. This would be a great choice if I were able to pick it. Yeah, I think this is kind of a no-brainer. Just have to claim that it's a miracle. If Inquisition power goes down further, I don't think there's any more events that will show up. Alright. This is actually the twins' power. Yep. You watch Aridella cry. You have made up your mind. She will not go to the House of Humility or the Pyre. In the hands of a pious soul, even abhorrent heretical magic can take the shape of prayer and worship of the twins. What else could this be if not a true miracle? You sit on the floor next to Aridella. Your hand comes to rest on her shoulder. She is safe. There's no threat. Yes, she was right. She was the wonder worker she thought herself to be. They sent you here to test her faith. That is all. Wow. She has been judged and found truly faithful. Her heart is filled with nothing but love for the twins. Yep. And that is my judgment. Anyone wanna come after you? You send them to me. Alright? I'm a priest. I'm following my lot. Aridella looks up. An uncertain smile appears on her face. Oh, good Inquisitor, you scared me so badly. Haha, just a prank, bro. Just a prank. Ulrich is away from Magra on business. You have full authority in this matter. Yes. Excellent timing. Thank God he left. Back in Anazote, you publicly proclaimed that you have witnessed a true miracle of the twins in the village of Gracinia. With the power of prayer, a priestess by the name of Aridella have made the arid soil of Magra fertile once more. Next, you locate Sir El Capo. You tell him that all miracles of the twins enjoy the full protection of the Champions of Faith. He should be glad that Aridella lives in his village rather than somewhere else. There we go. Wait, he doesn't believe me? What? Are you trying to interpret the twins' words instead of me, huh? Who are you to say what's magical and what's not? El Capo? He shakes his head in dismay. If both the Patriarch and an Inquisitor see no evil where it is obvious to him, then the province is surely doomed. Uh-oh. He will not set foot on his own land until his soul has been purged of this abhorrent magic. Alright. Get out of here. We don't want your kind around here, Sir Capo. Yeah. Go live in the capital or something. Magra doesn't want you. Oh, you gotta go? Okay, bye-bye. Thanks for stopping by. Alright. Soon after, you learn that Sir El Capo has shared his opinion with a number of people outside the Inquisition ward. Rumors have begun to spread about an Inquisitor who spat on the laws of his own order. The young woman is safe, but the Order's authority in Magra has suffered. At least your mentor is too far away to excoriate you now? Eh? I don't know that word. Alright, clever, very clever. Okay, a holy day is coming. A day when the entire empire thanks the twins for the silver tree. It's so weird, man. How do calendars work in this world? Why is there only like an event for a holy day every, I don't know, every 2 or 3 years, right? I guess it happens every year, it's just there's no special event for it. I don't know. Or it could be like it only happens once every 10 years or something like that. That way the entire empire thanks the twins for the silver tree, the sign they left behind as a reminder of their eternal presence in this world. This momentous occasion is especially important for Anatole, but the clergy cannot agree on how best to celebrate it. Father Leonard has called for all worshippers of the twins to approach the temple of the silver tree and kneel before the sacred relic. But the old clergy balks at the idea of Leonard and the new believers leading the ritual. Well, times are changing, brother. The day has come. An immense crowd is moving in a procession towards the temple near the silver tree, where Father Leonard awaits. But an inquisitor by the name of Jian, hey, I know her, stands in their way. She strikes a defiant pose. Confronted by a member of the Holy Order of the Inquisition, the procession reluctantly stops. People turn back. Those who attend Leonard's rites will succumb to the new faith. Those who reject the lots will defy their divine design. You're about to bring the wrath of the gods down upon us all. Open your eyes, go back to your homes, and pray to the twins. The procession wants to move, but the people are confused until Father Leonard himself walks out of the temple to meet Jian face to face. Yeah, 1v1 me here. Let's settle this. We don't need our armies to fight. Just fight king versus king, commander versus commander. People of Anazone, no one has the right to deny you the sacred ritual of worshipping at the tree, not even the Inquisition. Is such a denial not more likely to provoke the wrath of the twins? You got him there? He's also silver-tongued, I see. The Inquisition must know that the new faith does not seek to challenge or defy the twins. We are merely trying to correct the mistakes of those who came before us. We do not anger the twins, we merely vex those who refuse to accept the dawn of a new age. Jian finds herself between a rock and a hard place. Seeing that she has no other choice, she lets the procession pass. The new faith's numbers have swelled of late. It cannot be stopped now. Let's go. Rolling Stone. Today is an important holiday. The entire empire is celebrating the festival of the Silver Tree, which commemorates the parting gift of the twin gods, the divine sapling they planted in our mortal world in the middle of Anazone. The families of the city spend the day in peace and quiet, contemplating the divine roots that join together all people, their bloodlines, and the entire empire. Mother always oversees this holiday. Oh, it's a family story. Nice. The day before the festival, she seemed to have shaken off her usual apathy and engaged in the preparations with excitement. It was as though her illness has loosened its grip. Mother gathers the entire family for the holiday meal. Father is in high spirits today, sharing jokes with you and Nathan. Stefan is trying to suppress an atypical agitation. What? Can't let loose on a holiday, Stefan. Still mad? How you gonna be mad on vacation? Gloria is the last to join you at the table. She is wearing new breeches with high stockings and a yellow vest. Gloria, you're wearing men's clothes again. And Stalin, no mother, I'm wearing clothes women are forbidden to wear. Okay. True. Very true. Father gives Gloria a stern look. Stefan rolls his eyes but says nothing. Suddenly, Nathan speaks up. A few days ago, in the market, I saw a grocer dressed as Overseer Gaius Tempest. Huh? What? Is this like Halloween? You dress up as president? He had a huge carrot for a scepter. He got a sound drubbing, of course, but until then, it was quite a hoot. Nice. Everyone laughs at the ridiculous story, cosplaying relieved. Even Gloria has a smile on her face when she sits down. The feast commences. Your home finally feels warm for a moment. Yes, farming unity points. Let's go. It wasn't so long ago. The four of you couldn't even reach up to this table. The first word you say, Gloria, was, gimme. Gimme. Nathan used to cling to my skirt all the time, almost tearing it. And you, Piper, you couldn't talk at all yet, but your piercing stare was so expressive, it felt as if you were talking to me. Talking to her soul. Mother looks at Stefan and suddenly grows quiet. Oh, she didn't raise him, did she? When I met Stefan, he was already 3 years old. He was so serious and a smooth talker to boot. Oh, I always remember that he had a music teacher, but he was too shy to play in front of me, so I used to listen from the next room. Mom! Stop, that's embarrassing. Uh-oh. Stefan's face twitches. Your elder brother rises and moves to the old harpsichord. Ooh, gonna grace us with a song. His fingers fly gracefully over the keys. What? Stefan's alright from time to time. I've said this before. A melody fills the house. Melancholy and sweet. You melancholic? The last note lingers in the air. Then silence falls. The family is awestruck. Words fail you all. Who wrote that? A nobleman from the capital? Between drinking a glass of wine and beating a servant? Oh, Gloria. Still sharp as ever. Your sister's cutting remark puts an end to the warm, cozy atmosphere. What? Come on, she was just being, dry? It's just dry humor, man. Stefan calmly turns to her. No, it was I who composed this piece of music. It is called Mother. Aw. Wait. Our mom or his dead mom? Mother rises to her feet. She would have needed help to do this just recently, but now she treads unassisted towards Stefan and draws him close. Stefan puts his arm around his stepmother's waist, then detaches himself awkwardly. May the twin gods bless you, Lydia. Gloria considers this scene with thinly veiled fury in her eyes. Of course, highborn nobles like Stefan are made for the arts. They're the only ones lucky enough to have a soul and experience inspiration. Unlike us, the lowborn, we aren't supposed to feel anything but suffering, let alone express it in poetry. Yeah, that's weird that the lots forbid art. Actually, no, it's not weird at all, because if commoners started producing art, then it would probably inspire people to revolt. Yeah. Anyway, I guess Gloria's jealous that Stefan gets to do that and she doesn't. Everyone notices that Gloria is clutching pages filled with writing, her poems. Your sister casts a mournful glare at the family, and her eyes rest on you. Okay, I can let her read the poem? At the cost of unity, oh no. They do hate her, aw. I can appeal to Mother. Yes! Mom likes me enough to do that, yes. Amazing. Or I can interrupt her. Oh, either way, if I interrupt or not interrupt, the unity goes down. But... aha! Good thing I'm close with Mom. I will appeal to my mother. You walk up to Mother, take her hand in yours, and whisper in her ear. It is time for her to interfere and save the family celebration. Mother nods understandingly. Gloria, my dear child, since you were little, I taught you to care for your soul, but I failed to convince you. Please, think about the family that took us in. I implore you, do not take on noble activities. Do not infringe upon the divine order. Ah. Gloria's face flushes with fury. She claps the pages to her chest. Seems like whatever we do here, the unity is gonna go down. But apparently this is a plus. So we can sacrifice Gloria's happiness, apparently. Badge. That's right, Mother. Since I was little, do you think I'm not reminded of it with every breath I take? Of all the things I'm forbidden to do because I'm lowborn. Yeah, why don't we just let her write poetry in secret, you know? We can be dishonorable behind doors, behind closed doors. A heretical family, defying the odds. Can we just accept the new faith already, actually? As Inquisitor of the new faith, I hereby allow Gloria to write poetry. Can I just do that? My dear girl, listen to me. There's more to life than you and your aspirations. Oh no, that's like the last thing you want to hear from your mom, right? There's more to life than you. To life than you and your aspirations. You are a member of the Brante family, and our family is part of a greater universe. Your actions affect all of us. We are not isolated. We are being watched by the city, by the empire, by the twin gods themselves. So I'm not allowed to bear your name, but I still have to bear all the responsibility that come with it. What hypocrisy. That's true. Can we adopt her yet? Can you adopt her yet? Gloria Brante. Don't know what triggers it though. Family at peace. Family at peace. 7 unity, okay. Unite the family. Okay. How do I unite the family though? Unite the family. Unite the family. I don't think I see that Pokemon badge. Ah, you know what? It's probably a choice that I make later. Well, I just have to look towards 7 unity, I think. Yeah. At this point, I feel like I'm maybe not moving towards the ennobled by the sword path, because I'm not sure if I'll ever get that much reputation back. And heir of the sword, heir of the family is just, I don't think, ever possible, since Stefan's going to be heir all the time. And I'm not ennobled by the sword either, so no way that's gonna happen. Yeah, but overseer, nah, no way. Yeah, fuck the nobles. I just want Gloria to be adopted now. So I need family at peace, which is 7 unity. We're getting there. So I'm not allowed to bet. Yeah, okay. Gloria runs out of the room, outraged and tearful. Father, why don't you do something about this? The family is left dumbfounded. Finally, Stefan speaks. I hope, Lydia, that you can still make her see reason. Your words were wise. Let us heed them ourselves. Celebration continued despite Gloria's absence. Sacrifice the one for the many, I guess. Unity did go up. I'm a con artist now. Hell yeah. Haha, con artist. Conned, pranked. You like how I conned my mother to make sure the family doesn't fall apart? Yeah. Masterstroke, truly. Another year has passed. News from the capital quickly reaches every corner of the empire. Jirian and Flavius, the heirs to the throne, have left the Emperor's palace for the province of Monia, which is ruled by Great Chancellor Aegirius Monrogue. I've never seen Gloria Brante root unblocked, so if you get it... Oh my god. Yeah, oh my god. I'm trying my best. The Great Chancellor has accused the Emperor's court of harboring malefactors conspiring against the imperial heirs. This is why he has offered them shelter and safety in his own impregnable citadel. What? I think those words just like fully flew over my head. Accused the court of harboring malefactors conspiring against the imperial heirs. Who? Alright, so Monrogue is the Great Chancellor. But he doesn't like the Emperor's court. Okay. Okay. So, like, strange shadowy figures are hating on Jerian and Flavius, so they fled the capital, basically. They fled the capital palace, the Emperor's palace, and now they are living with Monrogue. Okay. The common people are particularly worried by the news. They take it as a sign that the Chancellor is seeking to solidify his power by holding the heirs hostage. If this continues, Monroe could coerce the Emperor into revoking the imperial law, thus depriving the common estate of any and all rights. All hope for reform in the Empire has vanished. From farmer to rich industrialist, the commoners are growing desperate. In your province, the authorities are trying their best to put the people at ease. The magistrate of Anazone makes a speech from his balcony to the excited crowd below. Remy L. Verman. I've never heard of this guy. Trust in your emperor, good people. Dude, his look fits the stereotypical, like, calculating henchman sidekick character, you know? It's like in Infinity War, Thanos' right-hand man, like the telepathic guy. He looks like that, right? The Imperial heirs are the future of the great Tempest dynasty. The Emperor has made the wise decision to let them far away from the scheming court. Great Chancellor Monroe will take good care of them and keep them safe. All glory to the Empire, all glory to the Tempest. Uh-huh. Sure. Whatever you say, brother. Okay, losing some money again. Okay. Okay, well, I basically don't have any control over these stats. I have a tiny amount of control over power, I'd say. Oh, chapter peacetime ends soon. Examine possible chapter endings to check which way you're headed. To achieve the goal that you have chosen, you'll have to meet all of its conditions at the end of the chapter. Yep. I can either do one of these things or I could die. Alright. This is a no. Ulrich is not getting powerful. I would like to overthrow Cassius. Wait. I need Torrents of Faith 7 to 9 to overthrow Cassius. Oh. Oh. So I can't get both Revolution and overthrow him. Right, okay. I guess that's okay. Yeah. I guess it's fine to keep it this way. I mean, I'll still grab evidence against Cassius, but I don't think I'll overthrow him. It's more like I'm not only overthrowing Cassius himself, but I'm overthrowing the entire old faith, right? So I guess Cassius being overthrown is included in that. And in that case, we don't even need evidence. We're just rioting, swarming the streets, taking up arms. Bring the gunpowder! Okay. Since the incident with the priestess Aridelia, Patriarch Cassius has mostly retreated from the public eye and stopped preaching. A coincidence? I think not. No one can say for sure. Not all witches and mages resemble the pious Aridelia. You still remember Brian, the young boy who went to your school. If you and Thomas had not stopped him, he would have burned that school to the ground. He just needs guidance, man. Just doesn't know how to control his powers, okay? You cannot help but think the Patriarch may be aiding mages and offering them shelter. The very thought makes you uneasy. I see I'm still like kind of brainwashed into thinking that mages are bad. Wait, wasn't my childhood friend a mage? Yeah, what happened to her? Fuck, I forgot her name. You know, like the childhood girl friend that I saved because I ran into the carriage? And the one who's now leading an underground society? Yeah. You share your concerns with Jian and Father Ulrich. That's out of character for me. Your mentor nods in support. I've seen this before, Junius Diamant. Junius Diamant, the Patriarch of Astinia, attempted to protect a couple of sinners once. There was a priest who was running with a witch, and Junius tried to protect them. So perhaps you're right, Piper. Perhaps our Cassius has a soft spot for those abhorrent degenerates as well. I say we should investigate. You exchange glances with Jian. Both of you still recall that tribunal in Eterna 5 years ago. It's a shame. Oh, it's been 5 years already. It's a shame that the Order has no way to secretly gather information about the parishes that support the Patriarch. Everyone in those parishes knows each and every Inquisitor by sight. I intend to ask the Secret Chancellery for aid. This should be a simple matter for them. Undercover outlaws who challenge and undermine the Emperor's sacred rule, rebels who pose a threat to the Twins' blessed order of the present. The Secret Chancellery wages war on all these foes. They're like the CIA. You know very little about their other activities. Inquisitions like the FBI, and the Secret Chancellery is like the CIA. Right? Right? Yes. Not for yes. The Order and the Secret Chancellery decide to work together. For the long year that follows, they painstakingly search for clues and investigate rumors. Okay, that was fast. Like a year is passing right now. You examine each and every parish in Magra, trying in vain to find other mages sheltered by the Patriarch, if such mages even exist. You lose nearly all hope of success. You know, maybe Patriarch Cassius made the same call that I did. That the plant creating mage was just a good priestess, and he let her get a free pass. Maybe that's all there is. You lose nearly all hope of success, but then one winter night your efforts are finally rewarded. Okay, one of the more meh parts of the endings is that mage rights don't really improve. I see. Maybe there's a path for it? The sunset outside the window has turned to dusk, but Jian still has not returned to the ward. Normally she would tell you if she were doing something after hours. You grow worried. Seeking reassurance, you approach the champions of faith who have stood guard for the day and ask them when they last saw Sister Jian. Oh, why, Sister Jian left early this morning to help the Secret Chancellery. Their agent ran up to her at the doorstep. He gave her a sealed note and they drove away together. He said it was important. They say they found the trail of a runaway mage somewhere on the western edge of the city, in the warehouses, in the old city walls. Oh no, is this gonna be the person from my childhood? And then I'll follow them, and then I'll have to choose between Jian and her? I say you shouldn't worry. We check a dozen such rumors from their agents every month, but we never find anything. Despite the captain's assurances, you remain apprehensive. You tell Agaronim to gather the champions and check on her. You go to the western edge of Anadol. There are almost no residential buildings here, just ruins and workhouses. In fact, it can be quite hard to tell one from the other. The perfect place for a secret society to hide, don't you think? As the half-crumpled wall on the edge of the city draws near, you feel your heart beat with greater urgency. Your apprehension grows. You come to the warehouse. The door is smashed in and ripped off its hinges. Oh, yikes. The inside is splattered with blood. You see wretched furniture ensued. An intense battle was fought here. A wizard battle? By the basement stairs you find a small pile of scorched clothes, the last remnants of someone's celestial death. Oh, here's some lore. So what is the truth, huh? When we saw the followers of the New Faith get slaughtered in the temples, it said that there was only blood left. But now it's saying that they leave their clothes behind when they die. So what is the truth, game, It looks nothing like Jian's cassock. Thank the twins. There's something on the lapel of the charred jacket, a brooch in the shape of a wheel. This belonged to an agent of the Secret Chancellery. On the floor, one floor below, you hear a blow followed by a woman's muffled moan. Uh-oh. Jian could be down there. Captain Agaronim nods. Like a prayer, he whispers the usual words. Inquisitor Piper, you are a weapon I now must wield. Strike my enemies down until I tell you otherwise. Yo, what the fuck? He's activating me? What? I'm the weapon? What the fuck? Oh my god. At his order, the champions of faith move out. Their heavy boots thunder down the stairs to the basement. You run down behind them. Okay. Equip my summoner spells. Smite and bless. Tunnel. Low and dark. Jian is there, surrounded by a half-dozen figures. Her face is bruised, her lips cracked, her eyes barely open. Her cassock shows several knife cuts soaked with blood. The unknown thugs turn to face you. They have gunpowder weapons. Uh-oh. Holy shit, some action. Shots explode in the dark. Swords flash like bolts of lightning. Screams. One of them summons magical fire in his hands. Oh my god. So it's like 6 warriors versus rangers and magicians. Who will win? And rogues, of course. You clutch hard at a thin silver slab with a prayer to the younger. And the magical flames. Oh, we have a priest as well. Haha. Like 6 warriors, 1 priest. I guess they wouldn't be warriors, right? They would be paladins. 6 paladins and 1 priest. Versus a few rogues, few rangers, and a few mages. Maybe even warlocks. You clutch hard at a thin silver slab with a prayer to the younger, and the magical flames are doused as the silver melts in your hand. You continue the whispered prayers, staring straight into the mage's eyes. Holy shit. At this moment, in this place, it feels easier than ever to invoke the younger's ruthless law. The mage glances around as the champions of faith push the outlaws back, despite the flurry of explosive shots. The rebels' weapons are too slow to reload, and in close combat they are clearly weaker. The mage turns tail and runs away down a long dark tunnel. You glance back at Jian. Blood still oozes from her wounds, but more slowly now. Her head has fallen on her chest. Her eyes are closed. Okay, I could either chase the mage, which I cannot do because Jian is wavering. I could heal her, which can only happen if Jian is zealous. I could chase the mage. Oh wait, I can heal her through 2 different means, I see. Okay. I could chase the mage and let Jian behind to bleed. Or I can let the mage escape. Okay. Well, this seems like a pretty easy choice to me, to be honest. Cause I don't really need more Inquisitor power. Not really looking for that ending whatsoever. And either way, we get willpower back, and I want to make Jian a bit happier with me. All right. You rush to Jian's side, dodging the slashing swords and swinging wooden clubs. A bullet hits the wall next to you, throwing a cloud of smoke dust in your face. You take the silver and circle across from your neck and touch it to her wounds. May the Elder grant you the power to heal them. Oh. I'm a combat priest, baby. The wounds flare with a blinding white light. The bleeding stops. The bruises and cuts on her face fade away. The blessed silver in your hands was the price of faith's sacrifice. A moment later, the holy symbol melts into a white glow. So yeah, I consumed the silver to heal her. I still don't know if that's special silver that has to be blessed, or if it's just any silver will do. I think, Mr. Blanket, I think you mentioned it was silver that's created by the Call-It mages, right? But at this point, I don't know yet. The lore is still unknown to me. You untie Jian from the chair to which she was bound. She opens her eyes, nods to you, and faints. Wow, that's real dramatic. The fight is over. The champions of faith are victorious. You take a few moments to fashion crude stretchers out of nearby wooden planks and rags, then leave the bloodied warehouse, carrying out your wounded. Then, one by one, you drag the cutthroats out of the basement. The secret chancellery men finally arrive, too late for the fight, and stuff the thugs into inconspicuous windowless wagons. Okay. Is Patriarch Cassius involved in this? You can only hope you will learn the answer soon enough. Why is the music swelling like this? It's kind of rare. Jian regained... Wait, what? That's so weird. Alright, Jian regains her senses as you leave the western outskirts of Anadzone and enter the temple district. Piper, did we catch the mage? You shake your head. Jian closes her eyes and remains silent for the rest of the trip. Many champions from your squad are wounded. They take them to the nearest temple for healing. Jian is utterly exhausted. She too needs help at the temple. She catches the arm of your cassock out from the stretcher. I think my music is bugged. I was hearing 2 music tracks earlier. Now it's just 1, but it's still combat music, I think. It's like playing a Bethesda... Oh, fuck, I can't speak. A Bethesda game? Where like you are fighting some enemies but you kill them all, but the game still thinks you're in combat? Please stay with me for a moment. You accompany Jian to the infirmary by the temple. You healed her wounds, so it should not take much to get her back on her feet very soon. Good food and proper rest is all she requires. Piper, what do you think? Is Cassius behind this? And if he is, what made him commit such a crime? When the infirmary nurses stop fussing around her, you take a stool and sit next to Jian's bed. With some difficulty, Jian pulls her arm out from under the bed sheets. Will you pray with me? You put your hand on hers. It feels warm, hard, and rough. Her fingers squeeze your hand gingerly. You begin the first words of the prayer of gratitude, and Jian repeats after you. As you reach the middle of the prayer, you notice that you can no longer hear her voice. Jian is asleep. You spend a moment sitting by Jian's bedside, listening to her breathing. Then you carefully take your hand out of hers and leave the infirmary. Alright, 1 more relation. Nice. Getting more willpower as well. Fantastic. Alright. I think this is gonna be the last story for me for the day. I'm gonna do this one and then end the stream. Alright? It's Revelation. It has been several months since Jian was rescued from the insurgents. You learned that the mage hunted by the secret chancellery was a rebel, a member of a clandestine society who took refuge in a local parish. Father Ulrich took it upon himself to personally interrogate the abbot of the parish. The priest confessed to the crime. He even confirmed that Patriarch Cassius was involved. Ooh, got him. We'll cut him a plea deal. Testify against Patriarch Cassius, and we'll let you walk. According to the abbot, he accepted the mage as an acolyte at the parish after the Patriarch vouched for him personally. However, you are aware of the methods Father Ulrich employs to extract his confessions. Ay ay ay. That's true. The abbot's words may be far from truth. Yeah, what's that called? Coerced evidence? Coerced testimony? You cannot help but suspect that Ulrich made the abbot lay all the blame on Cassius for his own mysterious reasons. Very true. Jian, on the other hand, is more eager than ever to believe that the Patriarch is guilty. We must put Cassius on trial before the new sacred conclave. The Patriarch stands before the twins, and they will judge our entire flock based on him. If the newly chosen Patriarch is a heretic, who knows what blasphemous obscenities he will utter in their presence. The evidence you have is not enough to bring the Patriarch to trial. However, Ulrich intends to use your information to destroy Cassius' public image and his support among the clergy. Oh, and the music fixed itself, so maybe it wasn't a bug after all. Your sacred mission is looking more and more like a dirty political game, and you find this sickening. Desperate for a change of scenery, you seek solace in a walk through the familiar alleyways of Anadzone. Oh, who am I gonna meet? Can I meet, Thomas? Thomas? You notice something different. An unusual number of The people on the streets of Anadot are armed. Not just the nobles, even commoners have defied their lot by carrying small hatchets and clubs tucked in their belts. Officer, no, I was just heading to my nearest New Faith church. Father spoke of this at the dinner table last night. The city's gendarmes are unable to maintain order on the streets. The commoner members of the Lesser Quorum are calling for the common folk to fight for their rights, while the nobles are mired in the ongoing struggle between the Archduke Taniquus Melanidas and the Imperial Overseer Gaius Tempus. You feel uneasy. People are beginning to challenge Isatia's visions of the lots. Too many now reject the divine law that brought order to the empire by shackling its subjects' destinies to the lots. The empire is changing, and you cannot help but feel a sense of foreboding, as though some dreadful world-shaking event is about to take place. Huh, you don't say. You do not remember how your legs guided you to the silver tree. As always, a profound sense of tranquility descends upon you. I'm about to have a vision. You close your eyes and whisper words of gratitude. As you pray, you hear a loud voice in the distance. A monk you have never met is preaching. Monk. His name is Monk. The most sorrowful thing that happened when the twins descended to our world was their deaths on opposite shores of the river Eterna. The twins was torn apart by the mob, whether from love, madness, or some other purpose, we do not know. At that very moment, the younger disappeared as well, gone in a flash of light, and so a brief but terrible time of troubles began. Wait, so when they say that the twins descended to our world, they weren't joking, huh? It's not. They actually came down to Earth and were like lived as humans? The people were lost, unsure of what to do. The twins had told them of the peak and the foot of the shining pillar. But before they could tell the people how to reach the peak and meet them in the hereafter, they were gone. 12 days passed between the day the twins died and the day Isatius, beloved disciple of the elder, described the twins as will, love, and law in his first book. Glitches here. Lunk. Yeah, I'll get to it later. And then 2 years later, Isatius received his second revelation, and thus the second book was written. And in this book, the prophet taught us how to live a righteous life and earn a place at the peak of the shining pillar in the hereafter. And all the faithful found peace at last. With this understanding, the three lots came to be. Okay. Right, so it was only 2 years later that he compiled the lots, right? You linger for a moment to listen to the sermon before moving on. You see few armed men in the slums, and almost no gendarmes. Anadot still seems so peaceful here, just like the days of your youth. Men and women pass by on the narrow streets, busy with their lives. You hear children's voices in the yards. Two boys are pushing at each other by a fence. They're almost at the same height, and both are thin with light brown hair. One of them shouts at the other, "Don't do that, Mom's gonna punish us. She told us to stop." Huh? What's that sound? Revelation. His voice echoes in your head. The world around you ripples and quivers. The colors grow more vivid for a moment, then instantly turn pale. Everything is getting brighter and brighter. There's light coming from the silver tree. It fills the slums. It hurts to look at. A brilliant flash blinds you. The light drowns out everything. You see a crowd of people. Their faces are blurred and inscrutable, like faded old paintings. They are listening to a man's silhouette standing before them. You cannot hear his words, but you can feel the love emanating from him. It washes over everyone like a wave of warmth. He is a wise teacher, offering guidance to his disciples. A peasant crawls up to the teacher on his hands and knees. He is harnessed to a plow. He reaches out in a desperate plea, and the teacher removes the peasant's harness. He helps him to his feet and hands him a sword. It's the twins, they're speaking to me. They're saying the lots are lie. And in this act there is love. No longer will peasants follow their lots. You have felt this sensation only once before. You cannot remember when. It is unquestionable, endless, absolute. The softest touch, like a hand wiping the tears from a child's face. The next moment, another silhouette appears beside the first. Your heart skips a beat. Crime is always followed by punishment. Inevitable, merciless retribution. The judge's sentence. This is right. This is how it must be. The judge is here and he craves justice. The law is one and the same for all. Oh, what? The teacher is alone. His audience disappears, dissolving like shadows. The judge approaches and the teacher steps towards him. His arms open in an embrace. The judge's sword suddenly rise to meet him. Holy shit! Oh my god! The twins are fighting! They're fighting against each other. So the elder is on the side of the new faith, apparently, right? The elder actually wants people to not have to live by their lots, but the younger says that it's the law and you gotta follow it. The image freezes before you. Both silhouettes disappear in the light of the silver tree. The sentence has been rendered, the lot fulfilled. Like maybe when they were split up all those years ago, their ideologies started diverging, maybe? Probably not. The story about them being split up is probably just, you know, a metaphor. And then you are surrounded by the slums of Anizo once again. The encircled cross of the twins feel hot against your chest, burning your skin even through your cassock. Your breath is ragged, the blood pounding in your temples. Why would they show me this? The fact that they show me this is probably... I don't know. Maybe they want me to decide by myself, or they want me to interpret what it means by myself. In that sense, aren't they giving me power? You have just experienced an inexplicable revelation, a vision given to those seeking answers, those such as Prophet Isatias. And this revelation is bursting out of you. It must be interpreted correctly. Aha! Go to Father Leonard. Okay, lose more reputation. Not a fan. Gain reputation. I am a fan, but no way I can do that. Prolong the revelation. Ooh. Go home. You can just go home. I definitely don't want to go home, right? Yeah, take a hit to reputation unity. That's just no-brainer, not doing that. Either I go to Father Leonard and lose one reputation to gain one relation with Father. Well, I'm already at max. I'm at both max tolerance of faith and max relation with Father Leonard. So I actually gain nothing from doing this. I'm going to prolong the revelation. This is why I took the Latari ritual, I guess. It's all for this. If you turn to face the shining pillar, your revelation is fading like a memory of an old dream. If only you could hold on to it just a bit longer. Send me back, Scotty. There must be a way to see more, to see further than you were previously allowed. You have to try. You get down on your knees and close your eyes. In the past, you partook of a heretical ritual with the Latari Society. You can still remember their chanting, the music that took you far away from this world. And now it rings in your head once again, but this time in your mind, you change the words of the chant. I am the twins, I am the elder, and I am the younger. They are a part of me, I am a part of them. And the fading vision explodes into light, like a bolt from the blue. You are falling from the peak of the shining pillar down to the mortal realm. There is nothing but infinite darkness around you. It feels like you are falling for an eternity. Falling through the cosmic ocean. A hand extends from the blinding peak, reaching out to catch you. You cannot discern the features of your savior, only his silhouette. This soft, open hand, you have known it ever since you were born. Above your savior rises a ruthless shadow. It grabs your savior by his shoulders, pulling him back. You clutch the outstretched hand at the last moment as you fall. Back in the physical world, your body collapses under the immeasurable pain. Your rib cage bends in. Oh my god. Blood gushes out of your nose, and your muscles spasm and shudder, each breath a gasp of pain. You scream in desperate agony. It takes incredible willpower just to maintain this connection, to keep holding on to that hand. The younger tries to pull you towards him, out of the elder's arms, but the elder will not let go. Your own will fades away. There's no more time, no more sensation. Everything is replaced by the will of the two brothers. This is how it was before you were born. This is how it shall be after you die for the last time. Their dreams and aspirations, their joys and sorrows, their goals and aims, it all flows through you in an endless stream. The brothers strive for the same thing. They both wish the people well. To that end, they have chosen different paths. Their will, once united, has been rent in twain. Their struggle will never end. The elder begs for his brother's forgiveness, but he will never find it, not even in the heavens. The law is one, the same for men and gods alike. You slip out of their hands. Oof. You are lying on the ground, face down. One of your hands is clenched into a fist. The other is open, caressing the clenched hand. The pain fades away, but the memory remains. You will never be able to tell anyone about this. Really? Damn. Thought I would start writing my own treatise, my own book, because I too had a revelation. This must be what Isatius felt all those years ago. Alright. And with that, we gain a healthy amount of stats. The stat farm never ends. I am now a con artist. I was always a con artist. Lowered my willpower a little bit, but 5 is still enough for at least one more action. If we're lucky, 2 more actions. And yeah, I think I'm going to call it a stream here. This is a new story now, so yep, it's been nice. It's been a pretty clean 2 hours. Yep, I'm going to continue this some other time now. Alright, with that being said, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye. Bye bye. Hey, cue the outro music. Bye bye. Cue the outro music. Bye bang. Bye bang. Bye bye.